Hi everybody, I'm Darcy.
And I'm Kelly.
Thank you for joining us for
And Another Thing, where we talk about current events,
pop culture,
things we love,
things we don't,
all slathered in gobs of laughter.
and all the heels.
So sit back, pour yourself a tasty beverage, and get ready because it's time for
And Another Thing.
Hey everyone, we're going to get into our next segment, but before we do, we want to remind you, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below with the little red button.
Yes, and also you can follow us on Facebook and the Instagrams and the tweets. And if you're really enjoying the show, we would be so appreciative if you would share it with your friends so that we can get more fans.
Please do.
Yes.
Thanks. So now it's time for What the What?
Okay, we're back. Now, y'all, you know I'm the queen of pumpkin everything.
Yes, you
Pumpkin
are.
spice, everything like that, but it's some things are just too far. Just stop, okay?
Stop with the pumpkin already.
Yes. Well, no, stop with, here's what I don't understand. Why you would take something savory and add the pumpkin to it.
Right.
It's like, no pumpkin spice Pringles. That's stupid. Or tortilla chips. Or what else? Oh, Nature's Promise organic pumpkin spice chicken sausage.
I don't know. I use chicken sausage.
Why? That's an abomination. There's got to be something in the Bible about that.
No, it's better for you than pork. Actually, there is something in the Bible against pork.
I know, but I think God would be more pissed if you ate sausage made of chicken than he would be of meat.
Okay.
That's just my thing. I just like, if you want something made of chicken, eat chicken.
Okay, see, so I don't have a problem with the chicken part. I have a problem with the pumpkin spice in the sausage
Well,
part.
that's for starters, it's the chicken.
So you have
and
a
then-
two-layer.
Yes, it's like multi-tiered for me is the
Okay.
problem.
Fair
and
enough.
then this all-natural Cedars pumpkin spice hummus.
Oh, hell no. No. See that? See, the
No,
chicken
no,
thing
no.
didn't bother me, but the
Mm-mm.
hummus? No.
Mm-mm.
No.
But I think the thing that tops it for me that I saw this week is that, first of all, I don't really know how to say this without sounding like a total jerk. There's a lot about current Japanese culture that really creeps me out. Okay? It's like, I'm not into the anime. I never got the Hello Kitty thing. I don't,
Oh, see, I like Hello
Pokemon,
Kitty.
and
Yeah,
then
Pokemon.
they're creepy weird game shows. I'm just like,
Yeah.
so why? I'm just like, So they've gone, and the McDonald's in Japan has decided to make the Halloween Choco Taco, which is basically
Wait, what?
yeah, the near perfect McDonald's French fry slathered in chocolate and pumpkin spice drizzle.
Oh no.
I'm just like, what? Why? First of all, why you gotta mess with perfection, Japan? Second of all,
Why are they calling French fries tacos?
yeah, Choco Taco. Was that it? Oh, I'm sorry, Choco Potato.
Okay,
Sorry.
so that makes more sense.
I'm thinking of those yummy ice cream things, the Choco Tacos that you could get in the fridge. Anyway, blah, blah,
I was
blah.
like, I thought maybe taco was
Yeah,
Japanese
no, right?
for French fries.
Sorry, bleep. So anyway, I'm just like, it's just, to me, that's just the silliest thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, it would be my worst nightmare to, have like Speed Racer and Pikachu dressed up as Hello Kitty, and we're on this
Chocolate French fries.
Yes, and we're on the weird old set of creepy Wheel of Fortune, and
I'm not really old man Withers. I'm a chocolate French fry.
Yes, I'm just
I
like,
get it.
I just
All
can't.
right.
Okay, so stop, y'all. Just
Okay,
stick to the
enough with the
creamer and the
pumpkin
pie
spice.
and be done with it.
All right.
Anyway, what do you have?
All right, I have in Washington, D.C., a 2-year-old girl named Harper Westover received a notice of violation from the Department of Public Works and a $75 fine. A 2-year-old.
Wait, she's 2?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that
So,
correctly.
and her mom, whose attorney, Teresa Westover, also received a citation. So when the mom called, they were told that, I have to get this right, a solid waste inspector, and by the way, if that was the title of my job, I would change jobs. Solid
A
waste
little bit.
inspector. A city worker found 2 envelopes, one with the mom's name on it and one with the little girl's name on it, in an alley. So that is littering, according to Washington, D.C. This is our nation's capital, people. So they sent the 2-year-old a citation, and they refused to rescind it. So it was, I know, so they refused.
Because I'm assuming they didn't know she was 2.
No, the mother called.
But then they called and said she's 2.
Yeah, so they still wouldn't rescind it. And it's like, well, littering is littering. So it wasn't until the father got in on it and made a newscast was going to come over to their house and interview them. And then the public works office called and said, oh, we've rescinded it. But I want to know why a 2-year-old is getting mail. I'm thinking it's Wells Fargo setting up an account in her name or something.
Could be. My first thought went to, it's a child actor. She's got a SAG check, but that's Washington. So
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
It's probably Wells Fargo. You're right.
So that was that 2-year-old getting a ticket.
So next on my list is this happened in 1986. So, you know, I'm just saying I don't know why I'm just now hearing of this or why I don't recall hearing about this when it happened. Probably because I'm 25 and I wasn't born yet. But anyway.
Oh, that's right. We're very young.
So in 1986, the United Way attempted to break the world record for balloon launches. They decided they were going to release 1.5 million balloons over downtown Cleveland. Now, it sounds like it might be cool, and how awesome is it going to look and stuff like that. But, when the net with all these helium balloons in it was released to the sky, this massive balloon cloud. It didn't. The balloons had nowhere to go because a storm was moving in, counteracting whatever weather, who knows. It's all scientific crap. And what happened was the balloons couldn't go anywhere. So it just became this blanket of an impenetrable balloon ceiling. Nobody could get through it.
And that's your nightmare.
There's
an impenetrable balloon ceiling.
with Hello Kitty just standing next to me. They're all Hello Kitty balloons. But so anyway, like the helicopters couldn't get in to help people.
Save lives.
Yeah, and there was like people turned over in their boats because they couldn't. The balloons had fallen in the water, and then the rescue teams couldn't figure out which was a balloon and which was a head of a human being to save it. And like a horse got spooked and broke its leg, and
it's horrible. But I want to know what the United Way is doing, releasing balloons instead of.
Oh, they
charitable.
were doing, well, that was the thing. It was supposed to be for charity.
Okay.
I don't know. They were like maybe causing awareness. The article that I read wasn't clear on how they were making money for the charity.
Because if it's something for charity, but the United Way, so you said 1.5 million balloons or something like that? So, okay, we're saying, even if they got them on sale, 25 cents a balloon, that money could have gone to something else. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. So anyway, it was a horrible, horrible disaster. And so, by the way, if you're at a birthday party or a wedding and they release balloons, no, don't do that.
Well, maybe 10, but
because it was millions of dollars. It ended up being millions of dollars of money to clean up, and it destroys the environment because balloons do not degrade and all that stuff.
That's just, there's a lot wrong with that. Okay, I have a really quick one. So in New Zealand, cheaters never prosper, people. So there's a guy in line at the, this is a great name, at the Pack and Save in Papagon, New Zealand. And he was in line to buy, exactly, which they won't let us there anyway because we're fat.
Right.
So in New Zealand, so he's in line to buy a lottery ticket. And a guy, what did he say? He goes, nipped in front of me, which I love that. That's very polite. He nipped in front of the line. Yeah, exactly. And got his lottery ticket, and then the guy got his. So I guess in New Zealand you can't pick your numbers. They're all like random numbers. And the guy who let the guy go ahead of him won the lottery, won $1 million, New Zealand dollars. So I'm guessing that's more than here. Or it goes farther, we know that.
Yeah.
So he's like, I wasn't really in a rush, but he said it in a New Zealand accent, so I'm sure it sounded really great. But he's like, I wasn't in a rush, so I let the guy go ahead of me. But had I not, and he was behind me, he would have won. So good on the guy for being patient and be kind and let someone go ahead of you the next time you're in line to buy a lottery ticket.
Good karma right there. Indeed. So cool. Does that wrap us up?
I think that wraps us up for this episode. For this segment.
Yes.
What? On this week's Juicy Journal.
Here we go.
You gotta have some juice for Juicy Journal. We are gonna talk about positive role models of fat women in media.
Yes. Or thick or chubby or whatever.
I prefer
Meaty.
fat. We've talked about this, but you
Right.
can have whatever.
Juicy is what I
Juicy.
like. Because have you ever bitten in anything juicy that wasn't delicious?
No. Steak,
No.
a fruit.
Just yeah. So anyway, we have a couple examples because we don't want to just be griping about how the world treats us, because some positive changes are happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, uh-oh. Guess we have to drink. Darn the luck. Anyway, okay, so who's your favorite person so far?
Well, I wanted to talk
Or
about first a concept that I think started out a lot of the positivity is Hairspray. Yeah, because the original one in 1988 with Ricky Lake,
Correct.
and
yeah.
then the remake was the musical, and that was with Nikki Blonsky.
Mhm.
And then on Broadway, Marissa
Winokur.
Jared Winokur
Right.
did it.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the beginning where I could relate to the fat girl getting the boy. I loved that.
Yeah.
I loved that. That wasn't a part of her. I mean, like, her mother loved every bit of her, and you know, like you said, who was it, your aunt who called you Juicy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aunt
So,
Betty. Called me juicy.
so it was like that wasn't a part of her until the Mean Girls got into it, but she was fine about herself, and I loved that. I thought that was a really positive thing to kick it off. Like, you know, John Waters way ahead of his time saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, let's make the fat girl the heroine and let her get the cutest boy," and I loved that. And I'm just
cool.
too sad that I'm too old to play it on Broadway because I would love to do that role.
Yeah, and I have to say we need to celebrate right now the television show on NBC called This Is Us that has cast the wonderful Chrissy Metz, a very, very juicy lady in a role. My jury's out for me just quite yet. I've seen the first 2 episodes and I liked them a lot. I am hoping that in the course of her character arc that she gets to talk about things other than dieting.
Well, I think that's
And-
going there because her boyfriend on the last episode, who's fantastic, and
Yeah.
we'll put who the actors are because I don't know his name. I'm
I should've
sorry,
looked that up.
but he's fantastic. He talks about it can't always be the weight.
Right.
It
And
can't-
then when she turns around and says, it's been about the weight for me ever since I was a little child, that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a chance because that was me.
well, and to
you
me,
know?
I could really relate to when they go. He calls it the fat class, but it's like OA or wherever they're
Yeah.
going to, and that's where they met. Because fat people always have to meet
Yeah.
in OA or fat class.
In a support group
Yeah.
for their addiction.
I could totally relate to that though. That to me felt really real because there's always those people like, I was gonna have Taco Bell last night, but I decided to throw it away and ate a salad. There's always that person there, and I'm not denigrating anybody who is in a support group, and it helps you for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other thing I could always relate to when this happens, there's a skinny girl in every group who's like, oh, I feel so fat because
With
I
body
have to lose
distortion
7
issues.
pounds.
Yeah.
And again, I know it's as real to you, sweetheart, as it is to the rest of us, but it's hard to take when you're like,
But
this.
get a grip.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If I looked at you, I'd wear a thong and a tube top everywhere I went.
Everywhere. I'd be
going to
like,
the market.
yeah, you love this? Yeah, that's
Anyway,
what I'd be
but
doing.
I do
Anyway.
like that show, and
So,
if
yeah.
you haven't seen it,
It's a
watch
good
it.
show.
It's a good show.
And NBC hasn't had a good show in a long time,
Yeah.
so give this a
And I
chance.
noticed Ken Olin, who did 30-something,
Yes.
he's directing it, and I just...
He's so great.
I'm hooked. I'm
Yeah.
hooked on that show already,
too,
2
I love
episodes
it.
in.
So, but coming before her was Brooke Elliott on Drop Dead Diva. The concept being that if you've never seen the show, skinny model, snotty, vapid girl dies at the same moment that this, lawyer who's got meat on her bones dies. And for some reason, the vapid girl has to come back and relive her life, and they stick her in the juicy girl's body. Now, I have a problem with the fact that
That's the worst thing.
Yeah, why is it a punishment for you to come back as a girl with weight issues? But but it ends up being they had some. Obviously, that premise is not going to go away.
Right,
the fact
right,
that
right,
her
right.
body and the size of it and how it looks is part of the premise of the show. But there were entire episodes, where it never comes
Yeah,
up.
and that's what I think is important, where that's not a thing.
Yes, where fat people, it's not all about what we're eating and what we're doing, if we're exercising or not. We have other things going on.
Right,
We
lives.
work, we date. Some of us have children. We don't. But
I have a dog.
Yeah, she has a dog, and I have a kitty. But it's like there's other parts to
Right,
us,
we
and
have
we
full
need
lives
to
and
see
people
that.
need to see
We
that.
need to see that on television and in film.
And in ads, there have been a lot of positive changes.
Yeah.
There's a new Lane Bryant ad, which we'll put on our Facebook page. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
It has plus-size models and actresses reading real horrible things that people have said about them on the internet and responding to them, and it's beautiful. They all look amazing. And same is Ashley Nell Tipton, who won Project Runway last year. She has a line of clothing at JCPenney, and they did a beautiful ad for hers too that we'll post here, because it's really we're out there and we have money to spend.
Yeah, 67% of women, and that's going to lead into, I'm going to let you talk about that, are considered plus size. 2% is focused on in the media.
Right.
2% of media focuses on plus size people. And it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, that is a lot of money to be made, kids,
Lots
and
of
you're
money out
missing out on it. So anyway,
there's Refinery 29, which is an online beauty magazine. They have decided that they are going to incorporate, they're changing their format to incorporate plus size women in all of their ads, or at least to show that 67% of us are out there.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing. That is a major pop culture online site, and that is changing their ad and
that
their
could change the
concept.
world. If you consider, I read on their website that they said that they want to show 67% of the images of women on their site to match the 67% of women that actually exist in the world. If every media outlet did that, the dialogue would completely change in the world.
Well, and I looked at it this morning before to do some research for the show, and I looked at a couple of their articles, and it wasn't just having plus size women in plus size ads. It was like there was one that was like, what cultural museums are around town, and it showed a plus size girl going to a museum. So it's not all
why
about.
not?
Yeah,
I love museums. I go to museums all the time.
Guess what? We do stuff other than eat and not eat and
or
exercise,
throw up or exercise so we drop. We do other things. Yeah. So that we're really happy and encouraged that things like that seem to be changing. It's one step at a time and slow going.
Yeah.
But
and support Refinery 29 if you can, to show them that we really like what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's we have to be the change we want.
Yeah, be the change you want to see. All that stuff, Mr. Gandhi.
Anyway,
okay, we good? We got everybody?
We can wrap up. We'll just give a quick shout out to Tess Holiday, the first plus size model who was on the cover of People magazine.
Yes.
And she is gorgeous with a capital gorge.
Stupid gorge. Yeah. Ridiculous.
So Tess, we love you, and Refinery 29, thank you.
Yes.
And we're gonna make this better, even if it's one glass of wine at a time.
That's right. Cheers. These are a few of the things that we love.
Oh, I'm drinking.
Okay. Twist my arm.
Yay!
Okay, y'all. Things we love. Now, here's the thing. I am been known to say that I do not enjoy the shopping, and I still don't. But I found something that I really, really love, and I gave it a month or two to try it out to make sure I really, really loved it before I shared it with you. But here it is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a water filtration pitcher. Now, why would I be so excited about this? Well, first of all, the filter supposedly takes out more crap from it than a Brita. This is not a Brita. This is called Mavia. It's a German company, Mavea.
Mavia.
Yeah.
Girl, it's German.
So the plus, one of the pluses is that the filtration takes out more crap from the water than Britas do.
Which is important in our
Yes.
We got crap in our water.
Yes. Also, look at this freaking awesome red. My whole house is full of red.
I don't like red. I don't know what you're talking about.
My whole house is decorated in red, so this was perfect for my kitchen. But it also comes in like 6 or 7 other countries. Colors like green, orange, purple, whatever, so you can find one for your kitchen. It has this little digital thing on it that lets you know it's time to change the filter, so you don't have to
I was wondering what that was, a timer.
Yeah, you
Drink
fill
more
it,
water.
you put the new filter in, and you hit start, and it tells you how much longer. Like this, I've got 50% left to go before I need a new filter.
Oh, that's really cool.
But the bestest thing is that every time I've had a Brita pitcher and I filled the reservoir with water and then would try to pour it, if there was even a drop of water in that reservoir, it would pop off the top and it would just splash all over the place. That has never happened with this. It doesn't happen. And this is the best tasting water I've had since, like ever. It tastes like Aquafina,
And just
which
imagine
is delicious.
how many plastic bottles you're saving. Good on you.
And it's not any more expensive than a Brita. It works better, it's better quality, it's nice and sturdy, and it's just about the same price, $28 to $29. And I got it on Amazon Prime, so you can get it the same day. Ha!
It
So
gets
there
the
you go.
Darcy Monet seal of approval.
Approval.
Excellent.
There you go. What do you got?
So what I got is, so by the time you see this, we'll have just finished with Yom Kippur.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's the era of Rosh Hashanah. So I just want to wish all my friends and family who celebrate a very happy, healthy New Year. And to those of you who don't, I still love you, love you, love you. And I want to wish everybody love, light, and contentment of heart to everybody.
Yes.
And it's really great because the Jewish holidays are a time of reflection, the high holidays. And it's great because you can look back on what you have done. So I just want to say, if I've hurt anybody's feelings, I apologize. If I helped you, I wish I could have done more. If you helped me, I appreciate it. And if I had a chance to help you and I didn't, I sincerely apologize, and I will try to do better, which I think is what we all have to do, is just be better in this country.
Do better, be better.
Right, and on that note, we're still looking for acts of kindness, stories,
Yeah.
and good deeds, because we do want to share it on an upcoming episode. So please either put it down here on our YouTube page or on our Facebook page, or
You can even tweet it if you can tell us in 140 characters or less.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a million ways to find us, so please share those stories with us. We want to celebrate you. We want to shout out and appreciate
And
you.
next episode is going to be our Halloween episode. So
We have so much cool stuff in store for you. So,
thanks for watching.
yes,
We
yes,
love
yes,
you.
We love you very much. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Cheers, y'all.
Thank you.